I don't know if everybody, this is me as a former asset manager, I don't know if you can get enough people to rally around doing questionable loans. I could see the thing that I have speculated for a long time, and certainly under the current administration, it seems more feasible. I've been saying this for years. I'm afraid of FHA dropping its guidelines even further or even becoming a zero down program to help fuel the market. Certainly, the possibilities of that happening under the current administration would seem to make it at least in the realm of possibility. But there was a period where I believe FHA was at the core, the highest number of defaults. I don't know if that stands right now. Andy wrote in Wells fired 638 people and mortgage apps are down 3%. That'll make the front page of a paper. That seems to be one of the more amusing stats that gets put out there. I think one of the stats that's not being talked about are I'd really like to know real unemployment figures. Everybody plays with the numbers. Everybody plays with the numbers. And everybody takes credit for stuff. It's really hard to filter what is real and what isn't. I mean, even to a degree when I'm putting out stuff in my newsletters or we're talking about news on here, of course I'm going to gear it towards things that are foreclosure bubble related, David. Is the truth somewhere in the middle?
Yeah, I don't think that the bubble that we're talking about is really a distressed property bubble as much as it is an affordability bubble. And what's going to happen is that the people who have to sell are going to lower their price to compete with other sellers in order to get their house sold. The people who don't have to sell are going to expire off the market or withdraw or cancel. But the people who have to sell, they're going to sell at a lower price. And then when people start coming on, the new people come on the market or old sellers come back on the market after, are going to wait for the spring. When they come back, they're going to have new comps that are lower, and then they're going to readjust their value based on those new comps, and they're going to come on, and they're not even going to notice that much that the market adjusted. But so you've got a new wave of new comps that are going to be coming in, and that's going to set the market, and those comps are going to be 2, 3, 4% lower than where they are today, and it's probably going to take 6, 8, 12 months to get there.
Which brings me to the second half of our broadcast for today, David, which is why everybody should be doing monster marketing. If you're listening to this and you're not a monster marketing person, go over to thelistingmonster.com. You can join this call live. Yes, we rebroadcast it. Yes, you do get to hear that. But we also turn the recorders off and we make it exclusive to the people on the call. In fact, our numbers on this call have gone up since we've started to do it this way, David. Remarkably, we've had an increase of more people on the live call. The Monster Marketing System is the only guaranteed face-to-face system. It is niche marketing for pre-foreclosure properties. Again, thelistingmonster.com. With that said, okay, so can we agree that it's more difficult to get a listing these days for the average agent out there?
Oh, I think for sure. I mean, all right. So I run a brokerage, and we're out hunting listings every single day, and we got to work really hard. The easiest listing that we have is the distressed property listing. And the reason that the distressed property listing is easier than anything else that we get is that nobody wants to do them. And there's no competition. Listen, I work on expireds, and I work on for sale by owners, and I work on, what else do we do? And I'm running an internet, a Facebook, campaign, and I'm doing postcards, and I'm doing signs, and I'm doing open houses, and I'm doing all that stuff. And those are all much more difficult to convert. The conversion ratio at those things are 1, 2, 3%. And my conversion ratio on distressed property is much higher. It's many times higher. I don't know the exact numbers, but I know that of all the things I got going, the probability of me getting a listing from a distressed property is much, much higher. And that's why we do it. So we go out, we put our 20 labels out a week, and we go on our 3, 4, 5, face-to-face meetings a week, and we nurture them. And sometimes they turn into a listing pretty quickly, and sometimes it takes a year. But we have a steady flow of distressed property listings every single month, and we make more on those properties, and we do more good in the community with those properties, and we get more referrals when we help those properties, and we still get our sign in the yard, and we still get the general regular marketing that comes as a result of that as well.
So for those listening along and coaching students, feel free to type in your questions regarding Monster. We'll get to those in a moment. Let's focus a little more today on talking about conversion. The Monster marketing process, you select your 36 homeowners, you go put up your tags. That generates a call to the call center. Call center does all the conversion, grabs all the information, schedules an appointment for you, and it's guaranteed. Okay, enough of that. Let's move on to... there are some questions. Doug Ranger. I tried to use Root XL last night, and the system said that I exceeded my allowance and needed to upgrade. I had not used it for weeks. You had previously mentioned a hack to that system. I am going to tell you the hack to that system again. Open a window, a browser window, in incognito mode. If you do not know how to do that, right-click on any page on your browser, and it will say open a new window or tab in incognito mode. Then go to rootxl.com, and you can do another 20 addresses. So for those of you who don't know, we recommend using RootXL to plot your courses. I know that there are a variety of people who do it a bunch of different ways. RootXL will let you put 20 addresses in at a time. So that covers that question and that hack. Bob Dockman, on coaching calls, on our coaching call replay, so for those listening, we archive all of our coaching calls and all of our videos from our events. They've all been streamed out through GoToWebinar, and so we have what's called GoToWebinar Stage, which is something that I apparently pay for all of you. I think. I don't understand GoToWebinar, just to add stuff to it constantly. So on that page, Bob is saying that the most recent coaching call is 28 days. You want to scroll down, Bob, because sometimes they don't load in order. There are flaws with the system. Click on Load More. Got it? I've had that error. I thought that was an error previously with it, thinking, and then whenever you click the Load More, then it all loads them into the correct order. It is a brand new platform by GoToMeeting/GoToWebinar. I'm not here to, say how great the system is. It's just a very stable platform, and that's why we use it. Gloria Gadet. I'm having a problem with getting onto the Facebook group. It is LeeHonish Coaching Mastermind Group. They need... My daughter's telling me I need to go over there. Hold on, everybody. For those listening to this, sorry, my daughter's at the orthodontist appointment, and they want me to come over there in just... Okay. I told them 10 minutes. So let's wrap up these questions. I do apologize for everybody. So typing your questions. I will leave you guys with David as soon as I hang up. I'm having a problem with the Facebook group. Got that. The Department of Labor, Richard Galloway, you're still on that. The Department of Labor tracks several measures of unemployment for a clear view on unemployment numbers. Look at the U6 long-term trend. It presents a clear picture of the combined effect of unemployment and labor force participation rate, then the unemployment rate, then what shows up in the headlines. Well, thank you, Richard. Boy, that's a lot. What else? Can we do buyer's needs? Need a smaller hotel? Yeah, you can do, Donald. You can put that out there. So Donald Ross is looking for a small hotel in Orange County or the Inland Empire, $2 million list price. So I'm putting that out there. If you have anything, go ahead and email me at leehonish@yahoo.com. Cool. Covered that. What an interesting call, David. David, who do you send your weekly market update video to? Where do you post it? And how do you publicize it? Yes, I was trying to get that in there when he was talking about it. Good call, Richard.
All right. Well, I appreciate you. Well, first of all, if you are on my Facebook page, if you're Facebook friends with me, I post it there. I also post it on my Help You Sell Full Service Realty Facebook page. So Help You Sell Full Service Realty. You just go to Facebook and type in Help You Sell Full Service Realty, and you'll see it and like the page. I put it on LinkedIn, so you can see it on LinkedIn as well. I put it on my Google pages. It's on YouTube. We send it to our email database. And when I do it on Facebook, I even promote it and sponsor it. And I spend $100 a week promoting it on that. And the last one, the one I put out last Wednesday, got almost 5,000 views.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Along with another couple of thousand for this broadcast. You are going to be busy for a while, David. So what is the correct Facebook group, Gloria? It is LeeHonish Mastermind Coaching. I will check again. If not, I will have Diana just send you a direct invitation, as well as all the other coaching students. You just go and ask for an invitation to the group. I will check it again after I'm done with this call. I have a lot of time in San Diego today doing nothing till Mackenzie gets out of school. I don't know what to do with myself. I clicked on load more and through all the call shows, for example, I did last week. Okay, I'll review that, Bob. Maybe it's a glitch in the system, but I'll go and review it again. Maybe I didn't. You're supposed to click them over. They're supposed to go automatically, but I'll check it. Are there any additional questions? New people, ask your questions. Now's your chance. Well, this is going to be too simple. Let's talk about conversion for a quick second, David. So you go on your initial appointment. I wonder this. We always talk about there are two groups that are going to happen at the front door. The first group are people that are taking care of it, that have an attorney, that are going to win the lottery, that are going to sue the bank and win. That's great. I'm interested in group number two. What do you do, and this came up on a call recently, what do you do when they're hot and ready to go on the first appointment? What is your approach?
Well, we sit down and we talk to them about the process, and we go from there. But I try to be very careful when they're hot and ready to go on the first process, because I found that they'll bait you, and then they'll have an aha, I knew that's what your deal was. And so before I ever have that conversation with them on the first meeting about selling the house, I said, I'll tell them, we can talk about selling your house if you want to, and I'm happy to make sure that you understand your options so that you can get the best result. And that is to get as much cash as you can out of the walls of your house before your bank takes it from you. But I was under the impression that your objective was to keep your home. So have you decided that you just want to move on and get transitioned into something else? And if they say yes to that question, I said, then I'll be happy to talk to you about your options with selling your house, and there's no obligation for you to use me. And we go from there.
Segue into home loan advocates, David. Can you get 6% commission from a short sale listing, 3% each side still?
Well, it's the exception not to. So we get 6% almost every single time. And that's the way we recommend that you do it. We recommend when you get a short sale listing, you're listing at 6%, you're offering 2.5% to a cooperating agent, which means when we get the bank to pay our fee, which happens 72% of the time, you're going to make 3.5 points on that deal. We'll make 2 points, and the buyer's agent will make 2.5. In the event that we can't get our fee paid by the bank, that happens 28% of the time. Then what happens is we make 25% of the listing agent commission, which means you as the listing agent will make 2 5/8. we'll make just 7/8, and the buyer's agent would make